Hello and welcome back to another video. So today we are going to talk about the biggest trap in Evony, and it's not the T1 trap. So the biggest trap in Evony is actually to do with one of our research buildings called the Military Academy. So with this building, once you hit K40, you are able to upgrade it to Military Academy 5. If I go to my military academies, that unlocks all of these last little bits. Now, with this upgrade, it was originally designed to be the final upgrade of the military academy back when Keep 40 was the highest keep. But obviously since then we've had Keep 45 and 50 come out since, and there's a little bit of a trick to making sure that you get the most rewards from your tactic scrolls as possible, because believe it or not, the Military Academy 5 costs roughly 330,000 scrolls to unlock every single one of these first four completely. Like for just the ME5 bit, not all of it, just this last little bit. Just this last little bit costs 330,000 scrolls to do all four of these last little bit. Now, if you were to, instead of going for it at K40, save your scrolls, divert your resources to get to just rushing up towards K41 and 42 to get the next MA levels, which are the melee formation and the long range formation, to complete MA 6 and 7 costs you less scrolls than if you were to do MA 5. And the biggest thing in this is, if you, like, as you see, I have gone down this route with my mounted. I have fallen into the trap of doing it, and it cost me a hell of a lot for what I got. This was mainly for monster hunting when I was in my previous guild, but I haven't touched it since. However, if we go to the ranged, as we can see, we get 4 hexagon single research tiles, and then you get, what was that, 3 of the rectangular ones. Now, if we compare that to the melee formation, if you look, I have at the moment up to MA 6. I haven't quite unlocked MA 7 yet, but MA 6 alone gives you what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexagon layers. That's 10 hexagon layers for buffs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rectangular. Already alone, that will only cost you just over 100,000 scrolls to get all these buffs, and they're not small buffs at all. Now, granted, a lot of them are split between joining alliance, defending. There's a few which are smaller for just like regular attacking. They are a bit over the place, but so are the others. But you get not just double the amount, because that's just from MA6. If you go to MA7, if we look here, well, we've got 1 layer of hexagons here, 2 layer of hexagons, 3 layer of hexagons, 4 layer of hexagons, 4 extra levels. On top of the, how many was it? Well, let's go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9 layers in total. That's over double the amount you'd be getting, and you still wouldn't have spent as many scrolls by that point as you would by doing just MA6 and MA7 and skipping MA5. Now, I say skipping, but you don't want to be skipping it completely, because there is a valuable bit of MA5 you definitely want to be getting, which is the conscription. Well, not the conscription, sorry, the strike. So you do want to be going for the strike. Now, looking at mine, I've gone with the siege. The strike is only in siege. You want to be getting strike because it's march size. March size, obviously, very important. And Arguments can be made for getting the debuffs as well. They are also important. But if you're looking for just pure what you're getting for the tactic scrolls, go for strike 3. Get the strike, do that. Leave the others alone. Unless you're super desperate to be spending your resources elsewhere, and you've got over the amount you need for once you get to MA7, spend a little bit, sure. But once you get to MA8, MA9, so K43, K44, even then, you're getting more buffs for tactic scrolls than you would be from the MA5. MA5 should be the last level you unlock once you hit your breaking point. Be that K42 or K45, but whichever one it is that you choose to go for as your breaking point, save your scrolls and don't do MA5. It is a sinkhole and a trap. Now, like I said, if you've got to the end point where you can't get any further, because let's be real, K44, K45 is the dead end for most free-to-play low coiners because of the requirements after that. Of course, you need to go and unlock those, and that is when you should be doing it. That should be, as it was designed in the first place, the end game. It gives you the least amount for the most scrolls out of all the MAs by the seams of it. So, looking at the infographic I've got in front of you, make sure you do not fall into a pit. If you are going to invest, make sure you know what you're investing, that you know you have the scrolls to do the next level. And always remember that research is so much more important than most other bits in the game. There is strategies where instead of going for T15 troops when you get to K40, go straight to Keep 44 or 42. Go 42, get the extra march sizes that you can get a decent march size, get the buffs to be able to sustain your T15. And these military academies and saving these tactic scrolls will just speed you up in that process of getting to having a really powerful T15 march, which in this day and age in Evony, you need to have, especially with rally sizes getting higher. Being a more useful part of your team with higher buffs is the way to go. So please take this on board and try to skip as much as MA5. Don't make the mistake I did with my mountain. Do not invest in it. You may think it's good at the moment, but you will regret it in the future. I do regret putting all these extra points into here. I could be so much further along over here if I hadn't invested. Make sure you use your research wisely. Do not fall into the pit that many people fall into of trying to complete things as you're going. Evony isn't about bringing everything up at the same level. You need to prioritize where you put resources. And this is one of those big moments to choose to use your resources effectively and get a lead on people who do not go out and gain the knowledge that you have now got or sought out. And remember, knowledge is power. And yes, money is even stronger than knowledge, but knowledge will bring you up above those who are on the same tier as you. The more knowledge you can get, the better you're standing. And with that, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.